Here are the top stories of the news. Nigeria Police Force confirms abduction in Kaduna State after initial denial. Minister of Interior warns against illegal charges during unannounced inspection of NIS office. And on the foreign scene, Japan sentences Shinzo Abe to life in prison for killing former Prime Minister. Good afternoon and welcome to Spring News at 12 on Western Spring Television. I am Femi Ojo. The Nigeria Police Force has confirmed that an abduction incident did take place at Wali community in Kajuru local government area of Kaduna State following days of uncertainty and conflicting reports. A statement issued by the Force Public Relations Officer, CSP Benjamin Hundeyin, acknowledged that the incident, which sparked fear and anxiety among the residents, was initially disputed during a meeting of the Kaduna State Security Council convened by Governor Ubasani. According to the force, some individuals from the affected local government area described the report as false, creating uncertainty and the need for further verification by security agencies. The police explained that comments earlier made by the Commissioner of Police in Kaduna State, Rabiu Mohammed, which were widely interpreted as a denial, were in fact aimed at preventing public panic while details were being confirmed. He, however, said subsequent checks by operational units and intelligence sources confirmed the abduction. In response, the Inspector General of Police, Kajuru LGA, has ordered the deployment of critical operational and intelligence assets to Kajuru and surrounding communities. Meanwhile, chairman of the Christian Association of Nigeria (CAN) in the 19 northern states and the Federal Capital Territory, Joseph Hayab, has criticized initial denials by security authorities over the abduction of worshippers from churches in Kajuru local government area of Kaduna State, calling on the government to rescue the victims and restore public confidence. Speaking in an interview on Tuesday, Hayab said discussions with security authorities confirmed that innocent Nigerians were taken away from their church. Some locals had claimed 3 churches were attacked and dozens of worshippers abducted, while the Kaduna State Police Commissioner Mohammed Rabiu said troops found no evidence of an attack at the time. Hayab said Khan had relied on his extensive grassroots network to gather information about the incident, adding that he received the first alert at 2:56 p.m. on Sunday, even though he was out of the country. In the meantime, the World Bank has earmarked up to $12 million loan under a new federal project for Nigerian state where internally displaced persons camps are located. Under the performance-based condition 2 containing the document on solutions for the internally displaced and host communities project approved by the World Bank on August 7, 2025, the project focuses on closing data gaps on displacement and related vulnerabilities. However, a series of strict data governance and integration benchmarks must be met before the loan can be accessed. Meanwhile, the state will be paid only after independently verified results are achieved. States that successfully register and profile displaced persons living within host communities will get the disbursement spread over 3 years, while escalating requirements. According to the document, the approved funding is part of the $300 million concessional credit approved by the International Development Association for the Solutions for the Internally Displaced and Host Communities project, signed between the federal government and the bank. The Rivers State Police Command has confirmed that 1 person was killed and 8 others injured in a shooting incident in Omoko, Ogba, Igbema, and Ndoni local government area of the state. According to the police, the incident occurred in the early hours of Monday along Sambo Street, Omoko. A report received at the Omoko Police Division at around 7 a.m. indicated that the shooting took place at about 1:30 a.m. during a masquerade procession by youths in the area. Police said a confrontation erupted between the masquerading youths and one barrister Akudi Ikechukwu, accompanied by 4 personnel of the Nigerian Forest Guard Security Service. The police added that during the altercation on January 7 by Justice Emeka Nwite of the Federal High Court, Abuja, the court granted bail to Malami, his wife, and his son of 500 million naira each with strict conditions. Malami, his wife, Asabe, and his son had been remanded at Kuje following their arraignment by the FCC December 29 on 16 counts bordering on money laundering involving about 8.7 billion naira. The federal government has said it plans to invest more in the economy, rely more on domestic resources, and reduce its dependence on borrowing. Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Wali Edu, stated these while speaking to Bloomberg Television at the ongoing 56th World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland. The minister's remarks come as Nigeria implements fiscal reforms aimed at strengthening its economy. Edu outlined the government's efforts to raise tax revenue and strengthen fiscal sustainability and mounting global economic pressures. The minister also noted that Nigeria remains open to international capital markets if needed, but domestic reforms are central to the government's fiscal policy.
Because we've got the approval of the National Assembly of Nigeria, the Parliament of Nigeria, but actually the commitment of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu under his renewed hope agenda at the stage we've got to now, after removing major distortions, after stabilizing the economy, is to consolidate and in fact to rely less on debt and to try and drive investment. We're here in Davos to tell the Nigerian story and to show how investable Nigeria is now that we have a stable macroeconomic environment.
Are you planning any further Eurobond issuance? Or other issuances?
We have the latitude to do it, but as you know, if you want to go to the market, first of all, the market has to be receptive. Yeah. You yourself have to be within your guidelines and your rules and regulations for borrowing, your margins for borrowing, and of course, the timing has to be right. So we'll see down the road what will happen in that area.
But could we expect something big on Eurobonds this year, or is the appetite not there?
We're hoping to rely less on borrowing, but we'll see what happens there. We have the latitude to come to the market. We were very well received the last time we went to the market, but honestly, our emphasis is on investment and particularly driving domestic investment, increasing domestic savings for investment in the Nigerian economy. You know that.
Moving on, the Minister of Interior, Olubunmi Tunji-Ojo, has criticized delays in passport processing and warned against illegal charges during an unannounced inspection of the Nigerian Immigration Service Passport Office in Gwagwalada, Abuja. He insisted that Nigerians must not pay a kobo beyond officially approved fees and that inefficiency in service delivery will no longer be tolerated. During the visit, the minister toured the VIP and children section of the passport office and engaged immigration officers and passport applicants, questioning why only a few people had been attended to several hours after the office was expected to commence operation. Tunji-Ojo expressed concern that despite the section being designated for expedited services, applicants were still waiting long after opening hours, with many others seated downstairs without being attended to. The minister also used the opportunity to caution passport applicants against paying any money outside officially approved fees.
So if the essence here is division of labor, she is doing enrollment, you are doing capturing. So why must you wait till you enroll everybody before you do capturing? Somebody can go there, call somebody, you do the enrollment, then you do the capturing, the person goes and vice versa. You could do that. So why must you? You're wasting people's precious time. Time is money, time is expensive. It's unacceptable. It is unacceptable. The one that you said is for the masses, that is there. And people are already there. I can see the queue. They are doing enrollment, they are doing capturing. They are there. The one for the masses. But this place, because of VIP, and Nigeria has no VIP. So because it's for VIP and children now, so definitely you people will just be taking AC and be chopping line. Why Nigerians are waiting downstairs? It's unacceptable. When you wear this uniform, you wear a uniform of sacrifice. When you wear this uniform, you wear a uniform of service. You are here to work for the people. I'm not impressed with this because I can't get here and not see people. Because once there is no, how many times do you used to get VIPs? Your so-called and unquote, your so-called VIP, I mean, quote and unquote. How many times do you get there? Not every day, not at all times. How many times do you have children? Not at all times. So, for me, I can't enter. No matter what you tell me, it doesn't apply to me. To put it mildly, you cannot, and I repeat, be here and there's nobody.
In other news, the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, has recorded the arrest of 77,792 drug offenders and seized 14,847 kilograms of illicit drugs over the past 5 years. The agency's chairman, retired Brigadier General Buba Marwa, made the disclosure during an award and commendation ceremony for some NDLEA personnel at the agency's headquarters in Abuja on Tuesday. He said the seizures dealt a major blow to both the local and international drug trafficking networks, sending a strong signal that Nigeria would no longer tolerate illicit drug operations. According to him, among those arrested in the last 5 years were 128 identified drug barons, underscoring the scale of NDLEA's enforcement operations. He noted that the agency achieved 14,225 convictions during the period, sending a clear message about the consequences of engaging in drug-related activities. You're watching Spring News at 12 on Western Spring Television. We will be right back after this break. Stay with us.